We're here for free live tarot readings. I need an intro screen, man. All right, I'm gonna do that this weekend. I'm gonna make an intro screen this weekend. It'll have like a 2-minute countdown, because that's about how long it takes for people to start joining. It's about 2 minutes. About 2 minutes, I would say. Maybe 3. Maybe 3 minutes, but about 2 minutes that when people join. So I think that's the time that the notification goes out, and then people are like, you know, I'm kind of wondering about that. Let me try and see. Rowan's Impressions. Hello, Marie. Hello. What's going on? We're here tonight to hang out and do some readings. Renee, hello. Hey, how are you doing? I watched your stream earlier, Renee, but I was working, so I couldn't say hi. So, Vicky, hello. What is up? What is up? Let's see. I need to turn one of these cameras off. Turn that one off. There we go. Less CPU use. That's what I'm talking about. All right. Catherine, hello. Welcome. Good evening. How is everybody tonight? It is hump day, isn't it? Today's Wednesday. You know, I've had a bad week when I don't know what day it is. It is Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Oh my God, we're coming to the end of the month soon. That is so weird. That is so weird. We're going to come to the end of June, and we're still on lockdown. Dallas, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? So good to see you. I need to do a 4K flip through of this tarot deck. Rowan's Impressions. A warning about my financial future. Diane, how's everyone doing? I'm doing good. Maria, please give me a reading. Well, give me a question. Faith, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? Ellie's Tarot, welcome. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Ellie's Tarot wants to know I'm on the right career path. Let us see if you are indeed on the path that you need to be on. Let's check that out. Am I on the right career path? All right, let's see about that. ET phone home. Correct? Career path? Sure, Catherine, throw it on out there. Throw it on out there. Yeah, I don't even know what day it is. One of those weeks where I don't even know what day it is. I will eventually figure it out. I'm pretty confident that I can figure out eventually what day it is. I have confidence. I will ask Alexa. Alexa will let me know what day it is. I mean, I'm confident that if I don't know, Alexa knows. I think that's what's in our future. When we get old, if we go senile, all we need is Alexa. Alexa will let us know what's happening. Jay, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? So good to see you. Kristen Davidson, hello. How are you doing? Yeah, Mary, hey, what's up in Bartman? How's it going? CM, what is up? And Wolf, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, I think that's the future. If you don't know anything, Alexa will just remind you. So you'll be like, Alexa, like, you know, what was I supposed to be doing today? And Alexa will be like, you're supposed to garden. You had some flowers that you bought you're supposed to plant today. And you'd be like, oh, that's right. And I mean, you know, I think it's going to be pretty exciting. It is going to be pretty exciting. Hey, Bob, thank you for your donation as well. I appreciate that. And Rowan's Impressions, thank you for your donation. Thank you so much. Oh, where is Heba? Where is Heba? Where are you? What is your question? Let me know. Thank you for the $3 there. Are we on the correct career path? The Nine of Cups says either it's doubling up in the chat. Okay, I'm not sure why. But okay. Oh, it is. Maybe it's on the Kiki Squad. Welcome. What's going on? If the chat is freaking out, let me just turn it off. There we go. There we go. So we won't freak out everyone with the chat there. All right. Your Two of Cups was a challenge. Yeah, pretty much. Lady Julie. Hey, bye. Hello. I got your donation. Let me know your question. Thank you so much. Hey, bye. Appreciate you. All right. The Nine of Cups says there is some passion, there is some love, there is some good stuff with this particular career path, right? The Nine of Cups is the romance. It is the excitable card. It's the card that really just enjoys being there. and it excites everything that's around it. So, I mean, it seems that the career path is something that you can get into, you can get passionate about. It's something that eventually, if not now, you can get fully 100% into and be all excited about it. Wolfie, hello, what's going on? You got the double wolf today. But yeah, as far as passion goes, as far as interest goes, as far as let's get on the train and let's ride it as far as we can go. Kristen, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So there is that. I think we're on the correct career path as far as what we want to do. And that makes a ton of difference, right? Because if you have a career and you hate going to work, it's just a crappy situation. Even if everybody at work is nice, even if you're getting paid well. Raina, hello. It always comes down to, do you enjoy arriving at work? Do you enjoy being there all day? If you don't, that's a long path. That is a long road downhill. The Five of Swords says, though, you do have some doubts. You do have some, Dallas, hello, what's going on? You do have some hesitation about getting fully into it. You do have some of that where you're just sort of pulling back sometimes. You're just not too excited. You're wondering what is going on. The world says also that you can use this career in order to launch into other areas. So in other words, if you're an application developer, then you can launch into different languages. No matter what your job is, you can use that as a stepping stone into something that's similar and something, again, that you can be passionate about and hit up. And the moon says, again, talking about the passion. Donata, hello. Thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So the moon is also about the emotional connection. And I think this is a career to where you can make friends. You can make friends. You can get to know people that are similar to yourself. You can get to know people and get some friends on the side, get some coworkers that you can go out and have a drink with and things like that. So it's a really big thing. So as far as the right career path, I think you have so many good things going for you. Nothing but good cards. I would say that that is the right career path. Temperance Tarot, thank you for your donation. I appreciate you. All right. But yeah, I think that we are on the correct career path. And I think, again, this is something that you can use as a stepping stone to something larger, something more robust, as well as the possibility to get some friends, get some people to know out of that and all that good stuff as well. So there we go. So Heba and Kristen had a donation. Let's knock out Heba's question here. All right. Let's see. So we got that. Heba said, I'm here. I remember you saying, I'm here. Let's see. Annie Law, welcome. Hey, how are you doing? All right. Donata Farmer, Ellie's Tarot. Okay, cool. Let's see. I'm still looking around. Trying to find Heba's question. Maybe Heba didn't have a question. Heba, if you have a question, let me know. If not, thank you for your donation. I greatly appreciate that. All right. Still scrolling around here. Okay, cool. All right, let us go with Rowan's impressions. By the way, if you're wondering where the queue is, we got, we just did Ellie's Tarot. Now we're doing Rowan's impressions, and then we're going to hop over to Kristen, who made a, all right, then we'll do, so Heba, Rowan's impression, Kristen, and we'll go down the list here. Here we go. Question is, when Mr. Moen will contact me and how it goes. Let's check that out. All right, let's see. When will Mr. Mo contact me? All right. Heba, when will Mr. Mo contact me? And what is going on there? It started raining here. Oh, Paula, how are you today, by the way? How are you doing, Paula? How is it going over there? Hope everything is fine. I think we could actually use the Thoth for this. The Thoth Tarot. The Thoth Tarot, I already shuffled it, so I spend a lot of time just playing around with my Thoth Tarot. That's how we roll. That's how we roll over here as a Virgo. Speaking of being a Virgo, by the way, I got a family pack of M&Ms, and I started, it said serving size, 32 M&Ms, which I never should have read that, and then it said the calorie count and everything like that. So what I did is I got 32 M&Ms out of the bag and I put it in little baggies. And so that is going to be my serving. I'm going to have one proper serving size of M&Ms. In case you wonder what the life of a Virgo is like, I'm giving you a sneak peek behind the scenes. I got 32 M&Ms and put them in baggies, and that is going to be my serving size. So, I mean, the life of a Virgo. Okay, when will Mr. Mo contact me? Let's find out about that. Let's find out about that. Not right now. Not right now. We are going from a place of, I mean, almost like where they don't want to contact you. They hesitate contacting you. They may be very reticent about contacting you and all of that stuff. Mary, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. So into a place of more contact. Where did you count the M&Ms? Yes, 32. 32 in each little baggie. Okay. But yeah, they're coming from a place of heartbreak. They're coming from a place of being hesitant and being reticent to contact you into something where they're more willing. Why do they have, I mean, a bit of a hesitancy here? I don't know, but there is definitely this heartbreak hesitancy into something that's going to be more robust. Maybe it's something on their side where they're going through some problems. Maybe you had a fight. Maybe there was some difficulty back and forth. And I mean, there's all sorts of different reasons this can happen, but you're coming into a better place, which is good because obviously you want them to contact, I assume, is why you're asking. So yeah, you do have that contact there. When we talk about truce, by the way, this is not right side up. I know it's confusing some of these cards. When we talk about truce not being right side up, I don't think they're willing to work with you a ton. I don't think they're willing to work with you a ton. I think they have very little patience for whatever happened or whatever is coming. I think that they want to get straight to the matter. They don't want to waste a lot of time. They want to get laser focused on what's important. So when you talk to them, make sure that you follow that sort of. Get to what's important. Get to the meat of the matter. You know, a couple of nice things or a couple of hellos or whatever, and then let's hop into it, because the Hanged Man here says that they're really looking to get to the next stage or to get to the next part of what is there. So again, they don't want to mess around much. They want to get straight to it. I would say when they do contact you, which looks like they will, you know, eventually, I would say in some weeks, then definitely get straight to the matter and sort of get them into all of that stuff. All right, Rowan's impressions. What about my financial future? Let's check that out. Is my business going to work in the future? All right. Let's see. Financial future. Let's see about that. See how that is going to go. All right. Bring out red vines, dots, milk duds. Oh, milk duds. You know, I remember milk duds in the theater. Are theaters still a thing? Are theaters still a thing? I mean, can you still go to a theater anywhere? I'm kind of curious. Are they broke? I remember the theater has a very small profit margin. Like really small profit margin, which kind of made me nervous. Because when the outbreak hit, then the theaters were hit pretty bad as well. So I'm kind of wondering if a lot of those are going to shut down or are they going to survive. Restaurants as well, some other restaurants too, but you know, you never know. Hopefully everybody makes it. Everybody rushes to the theater with some masks on and all that good stuff. And, they stay open because, man, I do enjoy going to the movies. I do. I like the milk duds and the popcorn and the whole experience, the crowd cheering and all the good scenes and all that, you know? Okay. So financial future, how is that looking? The Ten of Pentacles says we're sort of in a bind. We're sort of in a bit of a bind. Maybe not severe bind, but I do think that we're in a position where we could get some improvements. Room for improvements. Philippe, hello. What's going on? Room for improvements with the financial future as far as that goes. The Eight of Cups says that some matters or some opportunities that you've had didn't quite work out, you know, as far as how that goes. So you gave into some opportunities. You tried some things. We have some ideas. I do think that you have pretty good ideas about what would be good financially or what would benefit you financially and things like that. So some of those ideas just aren't working out like they should, or just aren't working out like you had expected them to. And that's kind of a shame because, again, I think you have some great ideas. And when we chase those ideas, they don't work out. That's going to be challenging to sort of make new ideas. It's sort of a hit to our confidence with generating ideas, generating income, and whatnot. But I do think that you are sort of mobile with finances. We're mobile with work. We're mobile with how we make money. I think you have a variety, and we can sort of lean into that. The Four of Cups says we don't just have one way of making money. You have multiple opportunities. You have multiple ways of getting income in. Even if it's not huge income, you still have multiple ways of getting that. I think that's going to be one of the keys as far as the financial future as well. And the Empress as well points to sort of getting out of your comfort zone with that and trying some new things, or trying some new, either not really ideas, but trying some workplaces that are going to be different, trying some efforts that are going to be a little bit different, and sort of expand your range of ideas, expand your range of what you want and what you can do. And I think once you do that, you're going to hop into a couple of ideas that are really going to be big money makers and are going to be successful for you. So keep the ideas coming, keep those going on, and get out of your comfort zone and expand that out. Expand that out a little bit to where you get some new exciting things going on. All right, speaking of exciting, Kristen, let me know what your question is. Kristen Davidson, let me know what your question is, and we'll pop that in. You donated a long time ago, and chat is hopping tonight. Chat is hopping. Let me do a quick scroll, see if I can find out what Kristen Davidson's question was, and then we can... Oh, here we go. I got it. Yay. I got it. I found it. Okay, we have a new boss. He's coming to visit soon. He's known for being a tyrant. Is he a King of Swords? Kristen, is he a King of Swords? Oh, no. All right. Kristen has a King of Swords. A King of Swords coming. Okay, I mean, you know, no magician card manipulation here. We're going to do a thorough shuffle, and we're going to see if the King of Swords pops out. I mean, I'm just saying, prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. We're actually going to see if the King of Swords is going to pop out here. And to do that, we're going to do the Light Seers Tarot. The Light Seers Tarot. All right. I mean, the King of Swords is known. This is a known quantity. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords, they're both rough in that regard. They are. They're both rough. You could have an Emperor. You could have an Emperor next to like a Three of Swords too. Be sort of an equivalent. It'll be sort of an equivalent, you know? Fairy, yes, a cheer of cloth indeed. The King of Swords is coming. The King of Swords is coming. It's like Game of Thrones, except in real life. And you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know. You don't know. All right. I mean, that's a fair shuffle. You saw me shuffle. I'm not doing any manipulation. So let's get some legit cards and throw them out here and find out about the King of Swords is coming. What is going to happen? We'll pull an extra one. All right. The moment of truth. The moment of truth. What do we got? We got the King of Pentacles. Ooh, he could be settled down a bit. He could be settled down a bit. The Queen of Cups, indeed. The Fool and the Queen. It doesn't focus. I have to do it myself. Ladies and gentlemen, the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. Now that is Tarot Live. Now that is Tarot Live right here. What does this say though? What does this say though? It says that the tyrant aspect is cooled down, Supposedly he got anger management. What is anger management? Is that where they tell you to stop complaining? I don't know what anger management is, but the Queen of Swords is reversed. This is good news for you. This is good news for you. The King of Swords has cooled down. The King of Pentacles and the Queen of Cups. That's a good combo. If somebody's coming and they're coming to my department and they're coming to evaluate how everything is working out, this is great. I think it's going to be pretty good. Not going to be as bad as you had thought. Okay, the Fool reversed. They're going to be late or they're going to leave late. That could be bad. That could be bad. In other words, they may get a bit less time in your department. Okay, I've been in corporations all my life, so good news about senior management. They're always busy. They're always super busy, and sometimes they'll arrive late and they won't stay in your department as long. This happens a lot. So I think this is sort of where you're headed here. I think it's where you're headed. I think it's where you're headed. Diane, there's a $sign right over there. Click that. So I think that's where you're headed. They're going to arrive late. They're not going to spend as much time in your department. They could leave early. They could leave late. Something's happened with the Fool reverse. Not a lot of movement. Some of the things, the ideas they had, some of the things they wanted to do are not going to be advantageous. The Queen of Cups, they're going to be in a pretty good mood. I think they're going to be in a pretty good mood. Strength says that they see something in your department or they hear rumors of your department that is going to be that is going to make them happy, that is going to be something good that they want. Again, that's going to be fantastic. The King of Swords is coming. That's fine. They're going to be chilled out. They're not going to spend as much time there. They've heard good things. And when they come around, that's going to be advantageous to you. So the Queen of Swords, you have averted the Queen of Swords. And yes, we did get the Queen of Cups. We did get the Queen of Swords reversed. There you go. Mystic Cats, hello, Cat. How are you doing? So good to see you. Thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. Did you start shipping your tarot deck out yet? Cat, is the tarot deck coming out there? Did you already ship and everything? That's too cool. That is too cool. Did you get one of those shipping printers? Man, the little shipping printers, those things help so much. Those things help so much. All right. Kiki Squad Martin has a question. Do I have any new love coming? All right. Let's check that out. See about new love. Looking for Paula Abdul, right? I'm looking for a new love baby. A new love. Yeah. Speaking of new love, we could go to the love screen. We could go to the love screen and try it out and see how that's going to go. Hopefully that goes good. Hopefully it goes good. All right. So yeah, get that tarot deck shipped out. Cat's going to get it to all the backers. Going to ship it out and hope for the best, especially when they're overseas. You sort of hope for the best. I had one ship out. It was overseas and the person never picked it up. Apparently they couldn't pick it up or they had problems picking it up. So I don't know if they got it or not, but it does say delivered. So, oh no, the card printer is trying to double what they quoted me. Oh no, I ended up with a Rollo printer. I got to say, I'm happy with the Rollo. I'm happy with the Rollo printer. Pretty happy with that. Not cheap, but considering that you're doing a bunch of decks in a row, I mean, it could be advantageous for you there. All right. Are we looking for a new love baby like Paula Abdul says? I think it's Paula Abdul. Ace of Pentacles, the Devil, Death, Three of Swords. Oh, I mean, I do think that you have some love coming. Is it going to be something that's going to be amazing, fantastic? I think you got a couple of challenges with that. One of which is the person is sort of a bit of a, have a bit of an attitude or a bit of a temper or something's up with them to where they're not just super, super loving, super good. One of the people that, is there and they look nice, they talk nice, they talk a good game, but then when you get in there, it doesn't look as advantageous or it doesn't look as fun or, you sort of get that feel that maybe this isn't right for me, right? The Ace of Pentacles, again, talking about the new love, you do have those opportunities. Ace of Pentacles says, I have a loving relationship. I have an opportunity for a loving relationship. And they seem okay at first, and they seem fantastic at first, and everything goes well. Then the Devil kicks in. The Devil is kind of a mix, especially when you're going from the Ace of Pentacles. It's like they have a lot of things that you didn't quite see. Vibe, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. They have a lot of attitudes. They have a lot of beliefs. They have a lot of things that you didn't quite see to begin with. And then you run up and sort of intercept that. And you're just like, oh man, that is not something that I want to sort of engage into. That's not something I want to sort of follow up with. And death says that. Death says that you've had this type of person before in your life. And maybe this is something that you liked when you were younger. Maybe this is something that you enjoyed or some type of thing, you know, when somebody has these types of attitudes. But now you're sort of put off by it. Now it's something you don't really want to deal with. Death says you're in a transition stage where you're not really going to put up with that and you want something better. Stiff Ghost, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. So yeah, Death says I'm going to move on at this point. Three of Swords says it sort of cuts and stops a relationship and whatnot. But I mean, it is a relationship. It is somebody who has an opportunity. So it could be a short-term relationship. But when they start the games, when they start the BS, you know, you probably want to cut it off. Just go ahead and cut it off at that point. But don't have like a lot of dreams and expectations, because obviously you've had the tarot reading. So the tarot reading told you what was going to happen. So when it starts to manifest, when it starts to unfold, you know, you may want to cut it off early before the drama gets in high gear. Before it gets in high gear. All right. Next we have, what are Jaden's feeling for me? By the way, in case you're wondering what the Q is, well, what the Q is on the other screen. Okay, in case you're wondering what the Q is, we did Kiki Squad. And next we're going to do Donata Farmer, and then Temperance Tarot, etc., etc., etc. Anyway, thank you for hanging out with me, and I appreciate your patience. Got a lot of readings tonight. Let's knock them out. Let's knock them out. Donata Farmer wants to know what's going on. And let's see. What are Jaden's feelings for me? Lady, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. What are Jaden's feelings for me? Jaden's feelings. What are they? They good? Are they bad? Let's see about that. Lisa, hello. What's going on? Lisa, let's see. All right, we can do this. We can do this. The Shadowland Tarot is all about there. Don't want to kickstart a failure. Do solution with a good one. Trying to find a new company. Print the cards. Oh no. Oh no, Kat. What happened with the printer? What happened with the printer? I know you dislike the company that I used. So did they like just completely screw you at this point, or what happened, Kat? What happened with that printer? That was the one in Florida. The one in Florida. Yeah, they were family owned, and I mean, they did okay with me. But if they just like completely hosed you, let me know. Let me know, and I may be shopping around. Maybe shopping around a little more than I was originally. All right, what are Jaden's feelings for me? The Chariot, the Hermit, the Emperor, the Ten of Cups. Oh, if this is a love relationship, which I assume it is, if this is a love relationship, I think that you have some pretty good relationship possible. I think that they have some very good feelings for you. The Ten of Cups, when you're asking about someone's feelings, when you're asking about like a possibility of how to go from A to B into a relationship, or A to B into some place that you want to be, even if it's a friendship, the Ten of Cups is all about getting that stability. And it's also about sort of starting at this point and getting that donated out. Yeah, well, thank you, Lisa. I appreciate that. All right, and a very important question. Okay, let's see, donate out. Oh, so yeah, the Ten of Cups says that we have a problem as far as we have a so the Ten of Cups into the Chariot. They like you. They're willing to work with you. I think they have some good stuff. The Chariot says, I'm willing to move forward. I'm willing to get into this. I'm willing to go forth and have some fun with that. But the Hermit over here says they want it a little at a time. They want it a little bit at a time. In other words, not really take it slow, but you know, I want a lot of time by myself. I want a lot of time to pursue my own things. I want a lot of time to be me. And if that means that this needs to go slow, that's fine. If that means that they need to do something else, or, you want to pause, that's fine as well. But they definitely do want to go forward. We have a lot of good cards that say I want to go forward. But again, the Hermit says we could be challenged as far as alone time. We could be challenged as far as how that goes. So just sort of work out, give them the space that they need. I think that's going to be one of the big factors here as well. Just give them the space that they need. And other than that, it is looking great. You have a ton of fantastic cards about what Jaden feels about you. And that is looking pretty good indeed. All right, what is going on in my Caps Live? Temperance Tarot, thank you for your donation. They doubled your quote? What? That's insane. What is going on in my Caps Live? I've never heard that. I know that they guarantee a quote for a certain number of months. So, oh, wow, that is pretty bad. DYB, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. All right. That is terrible. That is just outright terrible. All right. Hope they don't do that to me. I know it's they locked down the quote. They locked down the quote for X number of months. So yeah. Yeah, they're USA printed. There's a lot of people that print in the USA, but yeah, I mean, check out Superior Pod. Check out Superior Pod, Superior Pod, superiorpod.com. They're slow, but they're cheap, and their casino grade card stock is excellent. So that's who I prototype mine in. So I'll type it in there. Okay, Superior. But again, they're slow and they take their sweet time. They take their sweet time. So if you're in a hurry, that's, going to be kind of challenged there. All right, what is going on in my Caps Live? I'm telling you now that the blasted tower into the reversed Emperor means they're going through a lot of changes. Things are going to be a bit challenged now. Things are going to be sort of up in the air, and you have a lot of this feeling here. The Emperor being reversed after the tower just seems like that they are before you type. Okay, the blasted tower into the reversed Emperor seems that the changes caused by the tower are undoable. In other words, it's almost like it's permanent, or it feels permanent. It feels like a weight is now on her shoulders, because the Emperor reverses. I don't have a lot of ability to start rebuilding the tower. So the tower has fallen. Everything is on the ground. We're having tons of problems with this, but the Emperor reverse says it's hard to get out of it. I'm stuck either in the situation, or I can't rebuild what fell. Sort of a Humpty Dumpty situation sort of thing as well. The Princess of Cups is also an unusual one as we get into this. It's almost like that they are talking to someone. They need to talk it out. They need to communicate with someone as far as how things are going. And you see that with the Ace of Swords. The beginning of communication, or talking to somebody, or talking it out. At this point, I think that they really need to talk it out with friends, family, and figure out what is up, and figure out how to sort of deal with whatever the situation is that caused the blasted tower to fall. But again, I mean, they're hit pretty hard. They have a lot of changes going on. We have a lot of things happening. Could be relationship, could be job related. I mean, COVID has caused so many weird things to happen. It could be with that as well. Maybe health involved as well. But the Princess of Cups and the Ace of Swords says they're in a place where they're ready to talk about it now. That may not have been true in the past, but it is now. They're ready to talk and ready to get the Emperor right side up, because without the power to rebuild that tower, without the ability to rebuild that and go on with whatever we needed to go on with, we're going to have some problems involved with that. So it looks like they are a bit challenged at the moment, and it looks like that they could use somebody to talk it out with, according to the tarot at least. All right, what is coming this month and onward? Mary Grace wants to know. Let's see. All right, MG. This month and onward. Onward. Okay, this month and onward. By the way, in case you're wondering about the Q, we have the new Q screen. It's a cute Q screen. All right, we did Donata. We did Temperance Tarot. Now we're on Mary Grace. So Mystic Cast was just saying hi. Mystic Cast, there we go. Then we have Vibe, and we're going across from there. So in case you're wondering where you're at, there you go. All right, let's find out what we're doing. I mean, we can throw down the Dark Mansion Tarot, and I want to use the Wildwood tonight. We got the Mons Tarot. Got the Mons Tarot. Imagine if I doubled the quote to fix a car. Would that not have you work? Yeah, no kidding. Doubling a quote. That sucks. Superior Pod may be your answer. Might be. Cat, check it out. Let me know. Check it out. Let me know. I have used them and they are extremely reliable. But they take a long time. But the good news about Superior Pod is that they will send you one deck of cards for cheap. So if you want to see what your cards look like, you want to get a prototype deck out, they will send you that for a decent price. I mean, they won't just rake you over the coals like other places do. Okay, Temperance, this month and onward, it's about balance at this point. Temperance is the Nine of Cups. I think you're headed for a good place to where you have some things coming in. They're going to be good. You have some good news ahead. And that's going to be important here because you have Temperance before that. That means you need to balance this out. In other words, don't binge. Don't fall into a trap where you think you can do this, but reality, you can't do that. Don't fall into that trap. Figure out how to balance this properly. Figure out how to use the good news to your advantage and do all that stuff as well. That's going to be important to you because the Five of Cups and then the Fool is here after that. So what does that sort of mean? Going from the 9 into the 5, you have an awkward situation where we get good news and things are going well. We're getting into a comfortable space. And then the Five of Cups hits. So we have that cyclic motion of things going up and then things going back down. But the Five of Cups is emotionally involved. It's like we have some emotional component that didn't quite work out with possibly relationships, possibly family, friends and whatnot. So the Five of Cups is sort of this disappointing thing come out. So it seems that you have this up and down, good and bad news. We have the good news, but again, be careful of how we use it. Could it be because we're moving into the Five of Cups and the Fool as well? I think that's a possibility. So what does sort of the Fool mean as we get into that? Where are we sort of going from here? The Fool talks about movement, but that could be anything from moving jobs. It could be anything from moving locations. It could be somebody that you know is moving and things like that. So, I mean, here's the weird end here. When the Fool is at the very end, it means we don't know where we're moving to. So the Fool is moving into what I call the void. If you watch my videos, you know the void is the unknown. The Fool at the end of a reading points to going into the unknown, not really knowing what to expect. So we have an unknown situation where we're kind of forced into it or we're prompted into it. We're wandering into that, and then we're trying to figure out what to do once we hit it. So again, it could be an unplanned thing where suddenly there's some movement involved, suddenly there's some motion, and then you have to sort of deal with it dynamically, which could be good or bad. We don't know. But I do know that Vibe is next. Wants a love reading. Let's check that out. What is a good love card? What is a good love card? I think the wheel, the golden wheel, what's going to be that. That is going to be bad. Yeah, Superior Pod. Be prepared to wait, but they're casino grade. Their black core casino grade, Cat, is fantastic. It is fantastic. That is what I got for this prototype. So that's what I got for this prototype of my deck. So here is their casino grade card. I mean, it's not too bad. It's not just luxurious, but it's not too bad. So I was pretty pleased with it. Your mileage may vary. But the good news about them is that you can get one deck for a reasonable price. And the boxes, those are reasonably priced as well. So there you go. All right, let's check it out. We are going for Vibe right now and the love reading. Let's check this out. Go for Vibe, love reading. Chantel, hello. What is going on? Love reading for Vibe. Let's see what we have in store. What do we have in store? Well, the devil popped out and fell down. I'm not superstitious to where if it falls out, I have to use it. And that's good because I don't really want the devil in your reading anyway. I mean, I'm just saying. Okay. Let's find out about some love. Get some love action. Could hop to the love screen. I mean, I could be convinced to go to the love screen. I can be talked into the love screen pretty easily as well. I can be talked into the love screen, I gotta say. As far as this goes, there's nothing wrong with that devil. There's nothing wrong with the devil, you know? Sometimes you need a little devil in your life. You do. Some deviled eggs, too. You know, deviled eggs are pretty yummy. Back when I was a bit more weighty than I am now, I used to love them deviled eggs. All right. Eight of Cups says we're coming out of something that could have been challenged in the first place. Eight of Cups is an abandonment almost. So when we go through that in love reading, it means that we've had some disappointment in the past. We've had some relationship challenges in the past. And the Three of Cups, it's almost like we didn't have anybody to support us, or we didn't have the support structure that we sort of needed in that situation. That could mean a lot of things. When you do break up with somebody, there is an awkward situation to where you have their friends and then you have your friends. And while you're together, you have this combination of both friends. But then when you split up, now the friends have to choose what side they're on. And they usually go with the original side. You know, they go with the original side, usually. But you didn't have much support. There's something weird happened, something awkward happened with that breakup, with that relationship. We had to sort of abandon. The Eight of Cups being the abandonment card into the Three of Cups reverse. We just didn't have the support structure, and we sort of took a hit with that as well. So as far as what's coming up with love, I think you're coming into a better space. We're coming into a better space with some more opportunities, but I don't think we have any opportunities like immediately. If we're looking for opportunities, I don't see in the immediate future. It could be a little bit. If you're currently in love and currently in a relationship, you could have some challenges with that relationship as well. The Nine of Swords says that we do have some worry, do have some concern in the love arena, but the Hierophant says that we're sort of looking for something that's going to be more stable, and apparently manifesting this, getting this action going, getting that where we want to be is going to take more time. So if we want something quick and easy, a friend with benefits, a quickie in the back room, or, I don't know, then that could be simple. But if we want something more substantial with the Hierophant, the Nine of Swords says it could take some time. It could be more time. And again, could be in for a couple of challenges, a couple of hiccups with the relationship arena. The Nine of Swords is sort of that nightmare card. Are things not going 100% our way sometimes? But I mean, overall, that is how a relationship goes. You do have that up and down. All right. Stiff Ghost. Can I trust this guy who is on my DMs? Is DM a Discord message? Is that what you're talking about? I don't know what a DM. There's so many acronyms for so many things right now. It's for social media. It could be 10,000 things. Should I trust this guy? How about this? Should I trust this guy? I asked Alexa last night to show me Tarot Oracle on YouTube, and I got some random person on YouTube. I was like, wait a minute. And Alexa did say, here's Tarot Oracle on YouTube. Here's Tarot Oracle on YouTube. I'm like, what? You know, you should know who Tarot Oracle is. I'm right here. Alexa's confused. Chat being weird again. I don't see any doubling up. Direct message. Yeah, but direct message on what? Works on any platform. Oh, okay. All right. Well, see, I don't know. I'm not up with that. I'm on Discord. I think Discord message. So there you go. What's going on with the on-screen chat? Well, apparently it took a dump. I gotta say. So I mean, let's show it again. Let's show the chat box, and let's see how much of a dump it's gonna take. Because, you know, I didn't write this software. I didn't write it, so there you go. But I use it. I'm willing to use it. But if the on-screen chat is going to be wacky, then we'll just disable it. We'll just disable it and let it, and hope for the best. The screen chat is dissipated. Yes, you gotta. You know, I'm an IT guy. We gotta have control of the chat. You gotta have control of the on-screen chat. Sometimes when you turn it off and turn it back on, it's a little better. Speaking of a little better, we got a queue. We're doing Stiff Ghost, and then Lady, and then DYB. We're rocking that queue. We are burning through that queue. Let's check out, should we be trusting people in DMs? Should we be trusting them? Ghost. The Ten of Cups. Ooh, the Tower. The Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. Seven of Pentacles and the Hanged Man. I don't think they know what they're talking about. We see this pretty clearly from this. They don't really know what's happening. They don't know what they're talking about. Is that going to be okay? Maybe, you know, if they're trying to sell you like a mansion, or they're trying to have you invest in a mutual fund that they just made or something, maybe that's not the best choice. Maybe you want to reconsider that. You may want to reconsider that. The Ten of Cups says they don't bring the best news. The Tower reversed. This is something that they could have said to other people as well. They could be, not only you, they could be talking to other people. The Tower says that this is something they do. It's something they do on a regular basis. This is something they message. Something that they message. It's just what they do. The Seven of Pentacles, it's almost like that they're investing in something. They're trying to get something out of it. In other words, it's not like a freebie. Like I'm talking to you and, hey, would you like me to paint your dog or something like that? That's a freebie. Sure, I'd love for you to paint my dog, you know, because you did. By the way, the echoes of nature. So we know that you can paint, you know, a dog. We know that you can paint a dog and a frog and whatever that is. So, you know, that's a freebie. But this person has some other stuff. This person has some other things like the Seven of Pentacles. Again, something they do. Yeah, they don't have maybe the best intentions. So the Hanged Man says that look at what they're doing. Look at what they're doing carefully. And try to get to the bottom of the situation, you know? Try to get to the bottom of the situation. Wow, that is really skitzing out on the chat. That chat box needs to just go away completely. Okay, there we go. See, look at that. Look how nice it is, isn't it? Nice and peaceful. It's nice and peaceful once you turn off the chat. So, can he be the one? Ooh. You know, as far as being the one, we don't see that anywhere near that. It's nowhere near that. So, if we're leaning on this person to be the one, the soulmate, I don't think we have any cards that show even a hint of that. Not even a small margin. A small marginal hint. It's just not here. The Hanged Man says, though, that you can get to the bottom of what's going on. You just have to sort of stick with it, play with it, and, you know, not literally, but play with them and, you know, find out what is happening there. Find out what is happening there, because I think the truth will be revealed. The truth will be revealed. But yeah, definitely not the one. Approach with extreme caution. Treat them like you're defusing a bomb. Treat them like you're defusing a bomb. You know, you just got to go in with that attitude. All right, who is my next major relationship lady, January? All right. Who is my next serious relationship? Who is it? Is it going to be the one, or is it going to be the guy that that Stiff Ghost is talking to? You don't know. You don't know. We may find out by using, oh, the Hobbit. Oh, we want to, yeah, Bonefire. We're going with Bonefire. We got to do Bonefire once a night. I mean, it's oh no, Mons Terra. What am I doing? I must be hitting the whiskey like the chat box was. I haven't used Mons Terra all day, and I miss it. It's so freaking huge though. It's just monstrous. I'm just saying it's monstrous. But yeah, there's that. All right. Okay. Let's go with it. Who is the next one? Who is the next one? You know, let's put the box on the screen. Put the box on the screen, because somebody always asks. Somebody wrote me, by the way. They emailed me, and they said, what was that deck that you used? And this was on like an hour and a half live stream. And of course, I'm like, I have no idea which deck you're even talking about. I used like 50. So, I mean, which one? Anyway, so that's why I try to do this to minimize that. I love the Monstero though. I wish it was smaller. If they make a smaller version, I would buy another one. If they make it smaller, I would buy another one. I gotta say, it'll be better for me to get more cards on the screen. Just my opinion though. Maybe they'll make a mini or something. Okay. The next serious relationships with, think it's going to be a Virgo. I know, everybody sit down and calm down. I think it's going to be with a Virgo. Your next serious relationship is going to be with a Virgo. This is somebody who has problems keeping a job for a long period of time. It's not because they're not good. It's because that they're amazing at it and they get bored with it and then they move on to something else. They move on to something else and they're good at it though. They're good at it. They're good at getting a job. They're good at keeping the job. They're good at being excellent to where everybody notices them. They're very good at the work and very good at what they're passionate about. Strength says that you're initially attracted to this person. And it's almost like this weird thing, like you've known him before, you've seen him before, feels a little bit soulmatey, but, you know, maybe not, maybe so. The Three of Pentacles, the job hop, the movement around strength, you have that initial connection, and it's going to be something that's going to be pretty good with you. Judgment says that they're good at relationships. They're good at getting that initial attraction. They're good at getting your interest. They're good at getting the passion going. They're good at a lot of different things with relationships. And they're going to sort of come into that. And the Six of Wands, I think you're going to have a pretty good time. So again, a Virgo, I think they have dark hair. It's almost like very dark hair, almost like black hair. I think that they're very passionate about everything that they do. They're just really passionate. They're very excited about something. When they talk about something, you're excited too. You can't help but feel that enthusiasm. No matter what they do, no matter what they're doing, you can't help but feel that as well. So it's going to be a pretty good relationship. I think that's going to work out well. And good luck. I think that's going to be pretty fun. You never know what you're going to get when you get a Virgo. You never know. It's like going to Vegas. You never know what you're going to get. You throw down on those crap tables. I saw the new, apparently apparently Vegas is opening back up, but they have huge barriers between everything. So, you know, huge barriers between everything. So now you have a, I'm not sure how you do that with a blackjack table. Oh, that would be heavenly. That would be heavenly if the blackjack table would have a big gap between people. So you wouldn't get that one idiot on the table that that wants to hit when they already have 15. You know that guy? You know that guy that always sits next to you at the blackjack table and wants to hit on 15? You all know that guy. If they could eliminate that guy, Vegas would be a lot better for me. I could come out with some good money for going to Vegas. I'm just saying. I could come out with some good money, especially on the $100 tables when you're doing that. I see my state going into lockdown again this summer. Could be. I mean, that's the state and local government. I got to ask you, when, by the way, I need to change the, okay, nonprofit business affairs ahead of me for the rest of the week and next week. I need to change this. Okay, DYB. I got to ask you something. Before COVID, when did you trust your state and local government? When did you look to them for advice? I'm asking you now. Let's take a look at your state and local governments. Have you been to the Department of Motor Vehicles? Have you been to the Department of Motor Vehicles? Raise your hand if you've been there. That's run by your state. Okay, next question. Did you enjoy the experience? Did you? Did you enjoy the experience? I'm asking you this because now those people are telling you what to do and they're telling you where you need to go on lockdown. I'm just asking this question. All right, DYB, we're doing your thing. DYB, business affairs this and next week. All right. Okay. Have you been to the DMV? Those are the same people. All right, there we go. Okay, so anyway, business affairs this and next week. Nonprofit affairs ahead of me. What nonprofit affairs are ahead of me? We have to ask the Nine of Cups and the Nine of Coins. I think that you have a couple of people headed your way. We have a couple of people headed your way. And I think one of them has some things that need to be taken care of. And another one has some things that they have offers for you. So I think that they are, in a situation to where one has an opportunity and then one has some things that need to be taken care of. So you do have a couple of people that need some action, that need some attention coming up in the next 2 weeks. And that's going to be one of those things you have to sort of take care of. The Knight of Wands, which is interesting because we have 3 knights here. Again, I think it's going to be busy. I think it's going to be something where you have stuff to do. We have things to be taken care of. We have things that need to be done, and we have some things to think about. So again, I do think that you have quite a few things in the next 2 weeks sort of coming up as far as dealing with affairs, handling things, and getting things in action and getting things going, right? You have 3 knights. Again, the knight is movement oriented or action oriented. It's fire based. There's some things that are coming up. Now you'll notice the one that is missing, by the way, is the Pentacles. So these are something that don't generate a ton of income or don't generate a ton of things that are going to be beneficial for you in the long run, but they are things that you need to take care of. So basically we have a lot of action. We have a lot of knights. We have a lot of pull. We have a lot of things sort of going on in that regard. All right. Well, the grant writer, lady, thank you for your donation. Is it a new love? Is it a new love? Let's check that out. Who joined? Liz. What is going on? How are you doing, Liz? So good to see you. Thank you for hanging out with us tonight. All right. So let's see. Talking about, let's see, grant writer, contact me. contact me. Will the grant writer contact me? Let's see. Let's find out by using the, I want to sit down with and get super serious with. This is one of the few decks that I want to sit down and get super serious with and take a lot of time to read every little nuance, to read about the characters that were involved in the scene, to go back and maybe watch the scene of the movie type thing and just get super serious with it. This is definitely on my list, along with the business class tarot, which I need to get super serious with as well. But I need to do the 4K flip through. I said I was going to do that today, and I was just bombed at work. So, there you go. There you go. Get to that tomorrow. All right. Is the grant writer contacting me this or next week? This week or next week? Strength, death, and then the Chariot and the Ace of Swords. I don't think so. Again, we have a situation where we're looking at the Ace of Swords. I think that you had another reading as well. Someone is contacting you, and we have the Ace of Swords reversed. That's really leaning on a sort of a weird time when that happens. The Ace of Swords says it's sort of a no contact situation, especially after death. It's almost like that something happens to where they can't, or they're too busy, or they have an unexpected thing that sort of hits, and it's not something where they can control it, not something that you can control, but it does put it back a bit. It does throw it back a little bit. And that's sort of talking about the Chariot as well. The Ace of Swords, the beginning of communication, the start of that communication, the experience of that communication is just being reversed. It's not starting, it's not beginning. And the Chariot, that movement that we need from this, is also sort of challenged. We're not getting the movement that we need. And again, strength being reversed, it's something that you want to be happening. It's something that you're sort of expecting, but it just doesn't happen this or next week. And as Tash is pointing out, we have a lot of majors. A lot of majors means there is a lot of different interpretations for that. One is it's a big deal. It's a big deal. The more majors, the more significant the event. The more majors, the more significant we're looking for that outcome. So the grant writer could be somebody that's important, that we need the grant. We need the grant. We need the grant money. We're waiting for this. We've been waiting for this. This is important. Therefore, you have a lot of majors. Again, it could be something that is very over the top, or very sort of a primary factor when it comes in. So when it arrives, it makes a big impact. I mean, there's like 50 different things that a bunch of majors sort of say, but the more majors, the bigger the thing. The more majors, the bigger the thing. That could be in your head. In other words, it could be something where it's not really that big of a deal, but it is something important to you. It could also be something that is important, but you don't know that it's that important. You know what I mean? It's like somebody is coming, you know, it's a relationship, you have a lot of majors, and then boom, it turns out to be a soulmate. You never know. Is it an ex or a new lover? Let's check this out. By the way, ending soon, we're going to wrap this up. It has been a busy night. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me. I appreciate that. If you didn't get your question answered, we're here every single night. Every single night. I think, am I the only one that does that at this point? I don't know. I might be the only one that does 9 lives a week. Maybe. Let me know. Do you know anybody else is doing 9 lives a week? 9 lives a week. Let me know if you know anybody else. I'm kind of curious. Liz, you are indeed my soulmate. Liz, you are my soulmate. Which type are we, Liz? Are we mental, emotional, or physical? I mean, which one is it? I'm assuming it's not physical because I never met you. So it could be emotional or mental. Maybe it's mental. Maybe Liz comes to the channel and it's like, I was just thinking that. A cat has 9 lives. It could be a physical. Well, this is the worst physical soulmate ever. I've never even met him. Okay. All right, lady. Is this an ex or a lover? Is this a new lover? You know, is it fresh? Does it have that fresh feel, that fresh smell? Or is it kind of stale? You know, when you open the milk and it expired a month ago, you're like, oh, at the back of the refrigerator, you find that takeout container that you forgot about a month ago, and you open it up. You're like, what's here? And is it one of those? Is it one of those? Let's find out. Temperance reversed, King of Cups reversed, the 5 of Swords, and the 7 of Wands. Oh, that's kind of difficult. That's kind of difficult. You know, is it fresh or stale? I'm going to say stale. I'm going to say stale. Going to say stale. DYB, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. It's got the back of the refrigerator smell. It does. It does. You know, you just left it back there. You neglected it, and it's sort of growing some stuff on it that you can't identify, and you may have to send to a lab. It's green and yellow. You may have to send it to a lab to find out what that food was originally. But yeah, it's stale. Think it's somebody that you have seen, somebody that you have encountered before. The 5 of Swords, we're having some difficulty with that. We had difficulty with them. The Lord of Defeat, not the best card to sort of kick off the reading. Not a best card to kick off the reading. The King of Cups, the romance sort of petered out. No pun intended. The romance sort of petered out. You know, the King of Cups, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. And the romance did sort of go away. Temperance says that, you know, it's time for them to come back. It could be time for them to come back. Could be an opportunity for them to come back. And the 7 of Wands says you may not want them to come back. You may have some hesitancy, a little bit of that hesitancy in there. But, you know, the other reading wasn't half bad. You know, give it a shot. Give it a shot. Get on that horse and ride it one more time and hope for the best. You know, just ride the horse. Mina's Bookshelf, hello. What is going on? All right. What book am I reading? I'm not reading any book. Oh, I'm reading a Star Trek book. Mina, I'm reading a Star Trek book. You know, I've reached the bottom of the barrel for reads right now. All right. Will I deposit grant checks this month? Will I deposit some checks this month? Infinity. Ride the crazy horse. You know, just give it one more ride. When you were a kid and you went in and they had the pony, you know, and you put in the quarter, throw a quarter in. Throw a quarter in and hope for the best. Throw a quarter in and see what happens. All right, let's try out the Druidcraft Tarot. One of my absolute favorites. And I'm just saying. Mina does not sleep. Yes, Mina, I love sci-fi. I gotta say, I love the extended Star Wars universe. Is one of my favorites. Darth Bane was so amazing. If you haven't heard the Star Wars extended universe audiobooks, by the way, yeah, you gotta go check those out. I mean, I'm just saying now that the Star Wars extended universe is amazing. Okay, I got another person that wants the Waterfall Tarot. Thank you. Got 99 backers. Pretty excited about it. Okay. A kid, well, I cried while writing that. Well, you know, maybe you don't want to put another quarter in then. Maybe you want to stay off the horse. Okay, you know, I can't remember ever crying when riding a little horse, but, you know, different strokes, I guess. There you go. I have to love the narrator's voice. Mina, if you're okay, Mina, hang on. We've got to stop the stream and talk to Mina for just 2 seconds. Mina, there is a person that reads the Star Wars books. His name is Mark. I think it's Mark something. Mark, yeah, M-A-R-C, I think. He can do a perfect Han Solo, Luke Skywalker impression. I'm talking, it sounds like Harrison Ford. Perfect. Okay. You go check that out. And I think you emailed me something. Yeah, you emailed me. I'll email you after this for the audiobook that I would recommend. And you'll be like, holy crap. Mark Thompson, that's it. I'll email you a link and listen to the voice for 10 seconds and tell me you're just not like in love with this dude. Okay. Deposit some. Okay, Crystal, thank you for your donation. Appreciate that. I'm going off on books. You know, I could talk about books all day. Maybe we have a book stream. No, nobody would watch. Okay. Deposit some checks this month. I think that, well, I'm seeing a no. I'm seeing a no. I see we have some challenges with that. We have some challenges getting things into order. We have some challenges as far as depositing the checks. We have some things like that. We have some disappointment when it comes along with the checks as well. So it looks like that we have some difficulties. So it looks like just a lot of difficulties with that. So there you go. Yeah, we do have some difficulties. We do have some conflicts as far as that goes. But I mean, I'm going to say no to depositing checks this month. We don't have, the circle is not complete. We're sort of not getting that. We have the disappointment card. We have this feel of things aren't going as expected. It could be a bit unexpected as well. Anyway, let's see. Something of the Empire. Now I'm trying to think what that is. So it's Mark. Okay, hold on. Let me get it. All right. Now I gotta go. Now I gotta go and look it up. Okay. Let's see. Mark Thompson, Star Wars. There you go. Not the Thrawn. That was absolutely terrible. The Thrawn trilogy was awful. I'm looking. Wow, he's done a lot of books. It's like Heir to the Empire or something like that. Okay, behind the scenes. No. Okay, sorry. Please wait while I dig through these books and try to figure out which one he's got there. Free Heir to the Empire. Behind the scenes. No. Please wait. This is the best part of the stream, where I get on some tangent, you know. Where I get on some tangent and I can't get off of it. Okay, finally, I have it. Okay. All right, there you go. Finally, there you go. There we go. All right, there it is. There's the link. Okay, finally. Sorry about that, Crystal. I know you've been waiting a while. You're like, what's going on over here? What is happening over here? So there's your Heir to the... Okay, the book I just linked is fantastic. I mean... What are the cap's next actions? Let's check that out, and then we will get out of here and head over to part 2 there. To part 2, we'll do that with the dragon. Do that with the Celtic dragon. Give that a nice mix. Lady January, thank you for your donation. I appreciate that. Can I trust Mr. A? Can I trust Mr. A or not? Anyway, yeah, Crystal's like, what's going on? He's on the Audible. He's on the Audible... kick. He's on the Audible kick to where he can't get off of it. Okay, but anyway, so that series that I linked, it's a 3-part series, and the twists and turns are amazing. I'll give you a hint. Well, no, that's a big spoiler. That's a big spoiler. So, no, we won't do the big spoiler. But if I told you the big spoiler, you'd be like, what? That's wild. I got to go check that out. Okay. What are the next actions towards me? The King of Swords is not really the best. The King of Swords says that they want to have control. They want to have control over what happens. They want to have a control over what happens. And part of that is that they want to be able to be in a position to where they can't get hurt almost. They can't get hurt almost. If we had some arguments, if we had some difficulties, if we had some hiccups with this, it could be difficult to sort of move past that. The King of Swords is the military leader, and they do have some sort of aspects towards that. In other words, a bit too controlling or a bit too micromanaging or something like that. The King of Pentacles means that stability is not really on their mind right now. It's not very important as well, but they are looking to avoid conflict with that Five of Swords being upside down. They're looking to avoid the conflict. And maybe that's why they're micromanaging it. It could be. It could be. Maybe they don't want the conflict, therefore they're going to micromanage everything, and therefore they're going to get into that position. Is that good or bad? I don't know. It depends on you, but definitely trying to avoid conflict by their current actions or the next actions especially. Maybe they had enough conflict. Maybe we got in an argument. Maybe we don't want any more of that. You never know. But Temperance is sort of finding that balance, sort of finding the back and forth that they want from this. And that's going to be sort of where they're headed for this now and into the future there. But conflict avoidance, let's not get back into that argument again, is kind of that feel there. All right, Lady January, Spirit's advice. Can I trust Mr. A? And then we are leaving. LJ? Mr. A. Can I trust Mr. A or not? Hopefully we get some better cards than we got on the other one. Get some better cards, maybe the Wildwood Tarot. By the way, what do you think about solar eclipse effects? Okay, sure, why not? Let's throw down some solar eclipse effects. Sure. Speaking of planets and all that, I do want to do some astrology readings, but I'm not sure how to do those quickly. And there will be a minimum. So if you're interested in astrology readings, maybe one day we just dedicate to astrology readings, or maybe an extra stream or something where I do just astrology readings would be kind of interesting. I don't know. Let me know what you think. All right. So last reading indeed. And then I need to go eat. So let's see about this. Can you trust them? The Six of Vessels. Okay. The Two of Bows. Okay. And the Wanderer. Trust them or not, they're not going anywhere. Trust them or not. You trust them, you don't trust them, doesn't matter. They're not going anywhere. The Wanderer reverse, the Fool reverse says that they're not really going anywhere. It seems that they're stuck. It seems that they're committed to whatever path that they're on. It seems that they want something, and they're going to hang in there until it's there. They're going to hang in. The Wanderer, they're not going anywhere. The challenge, the Two of Stones is normally balanced, but now it's challenge, but sure, whatever. Sort of that challenging, the balancing thing as well. It's going to be difficult to get them into balance. Even if you trust them, it's going to be difficult to move forward. I think you're always not going to trust them. I think you're always going to have something in the back of your head that says something may be bad. And we see that with the Two of Bows, right? The Two of Bows being the decision being reversed and reunion being reversed. It's like I don't want to make a decision because I think I'm going to make the wrong one. And that's sort of this overhead, this hanging cloud within the Mr. A interactions is how much can I trust this person? Where are we going? What are the overall themes coming out? And, where are we sort of headed overall with that? And the Six of Vessels, the reunion, that good feeling with there. It's almost like, again, Mr. A may have some downsides. Mr. A may have a cloud hovering over them to where, I really don't think you're ever going to trust them. I really don't think you are. I really think you're going to have something in your head that's always there that's going to be like, this, that's kind of a red flag. That's kind of a red flag that I just saw. And if I was going to trust this person, should I trust them all the way? What do I do about the red flag? And I think the more that you sort of get into that, the more you feel for that. So I'm not saying don't trust them. I'm just saying that you're just inclined, something in your intuition's keying off of this, and you just sort of concerned. You have that concern. The concern really never goes away. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I appreciate that. Speaking of going away, I'm going away. Check out my Waterfall Tarot. Only 5 more days. Only 5 more days. And check out that Audible book if you're into books like me. Thank you for joining me. We'll see you next time.